When Carmen Jones premiered in 1954, it did something Hollywood had almost never dared to do before. It placed Black performers at the center of a lavish, big-budget musical and treated them as complex, passionate, and deeply human. At a time when Black actors were largely restricted to background roles or stereotypes, Carmen Jones demanded the spotlight. The film was directed by Otto Preminger and adapted from the Broadway musical by Oscar Hammerstein II, which itself was based on Georges Bizet's opera Carmen. Hammerstein reimagined the story, setting it in the American South during World War II and transforming the characters into working-class Black Americans. At the heart of the film was Dorothy Dandridge. Her portrayal of Carmen was bold, magnetic, and unapologetically sensual. Carmen was not written to be obedient or self-sacrificing. She was independent, defiant, and fully aware of her power, qualities that made both audiences and studios uneasy. Dorothy Dandridge's performance would make history. She became the first Black woman ever nominated for the Academy Award for Best Actress. It was a groundbreaking moment, but also a painful one. Despite the nomination, Hollywood did not open its doors to her in the way many expected. The recognition did not translate into sustained opportunity. That contradiction became part of the film's legacy. Carmen Jones featured an all-Black cast at a time when segregation was still the law in much of the United States. Interracial relationships were taboo on screen, but even Black love stories were rarely allowed the depth and intensity seen in this film. Yet the production was not without its compromises. Most of the cast did not sing their own operatic vocals. Their singing was dubbed by trained opera performers, a decision that reflected Hollywood's lack of trust in Black actors' musical legitimacy, even in a musical centered entirely on them. Still, the performances transcended those limitations. Harry Belafonte starred as Joe, the quiet, conflicted soldier torn between duty and desire. His character's descent into obsession mirrored the darker themes of the original opera, showing how love can become destructive when control replaces trust. The film did not shy away from tragedy. Unlike many musicals of its era, Carmen Jones did not offer a neat or comforting ending. It remained faithful to the opera's fatal conclusion, reinforcing the idea that passion without freedom can turn deadly. Audiences were divided. Some praised the film for its beauty and ambition. Others criticized it for challenging social norms and portraying Black characters outside of the narrow roles they were accustomed to seeing. But there was no denying its impact. Carmen Jones proved that Black stories could carry prestige, artistry, and box office success. It paved the way for future films centered on Black lives, even as it exposed how far Hollywood still had to go. Today, Carmen Jones is remembered as both a triumph and a cautionary tale. A triumph for what it achieved on screen, and a reminder of the opportunities that were still denied behind the scenes. Its legacy lives on, not just as a groundbreaking musical, but as a cultural milestone that challenged Hollywood's boundaries and expanded what Black representation could look like in American cinema.